Hey guys, what's going on? It's Sunday, August 5th. I am sitting in Lowell, Arkansas at Workman's Travel Plaza off of I-49, exit 78. I mention it just because it's a really nice place. It's clean. They got a 24-hour restaurant. They also, during the day, have a little spot in there that you can get burritos, catfish dinners, chicken dinners, boudin, sandwiches, different kinds of sides. Just really nice, clean, quiet place. Was told about this via dispatch, who heard it from another driver of ours, Charles, about this place. So any of you that come to this place, man, respect this shit here. Don't come here and turn it into a fucking dive, you know, dumping trash and shit everywhere, because it's a nice clean place. If that ends up happening to this place, I'm never gonna freaking give a shout out to a quiet, clean spot again. So respect that shit. But yeah, because the closest place I usually went from here is the Pilot at exit 72. And that place is a dump. The freaking parking is, I mean, everybody's flooded in there. It's dirty inside. So thing about this place, though, just got the thing, I don't think they have showers. I'll have to find out, but I didn't see anything in there that looked like they had showers. But I'll find out and update it on a different video. But anyhow, nice spot, exit 78, I-49, Lowell, Arkansas. Anyhow, to the reason for the video, which is how to find your freight. I see that question all the time. I look at other YouTubers' channels that are doing expediting, and I look at their comments, and that's kind of the main one I see, is how do you get your freight? How do you get your freight? How do you get a load? How do you get this? How do you get that? You know, it's all concerning your freight. And the problem with that is most of those guys aren't really that vested. They're just looking for a really simple, easy way to make money, because they think that it's as easy as, once you have a vehicle, whether it be a car, van, truck, whatever, freight is just going to fall off the trees and money's going to fall into your account, and it's just easy as shit to do. And it's not like that. They think that it's just like going to the grocery store. I want this, I want that. That's what they think the freight's like. And I get it. They're just looking for that piece of gold, you know, that hidden piece of gold, that hidden gem. But it's just not like that. And the problem with that, though, is knowing that, and again, that's my perspective. Any of you guys that have a channel that are watching this by chance, that are doing expediting, I mean, tell me what your take is on that, if you feel the same. Be curious, see if it's just my bias. But I see people making that, you know, posing that question all the time, and, you know, sometimes I want to just kind of scroll past it. But, you know, there are some out of there that will continue to research. Most of them will just fall by the wayside once you tell them that it's not as easy as they thought it was. It just doesn't fall off of trees. And because of that, you just sometimes don't want to take the time, because then they're going to ask a few more questions about how to get the freight, and then they usually kind of just disappear whenever they realize, oh, I got to get a van, oh, I got to get on with the carrier, or oh, I got to get my operating authority, whatever it may be. When they realize it's more involved, they just fall away. But anyhow, I make sure that I answer everybody. I do my best, especially now that I've just started making these again. I've even answered a few questions even while I wasn't doing videos occasionally. But anyhow, I want to help everybody. But the answers to that question, how do you get your freight? The main one is what I'm doing, which is I have my own vehicle and I'm leased on with a carrier. The carrier has a customer base and works off of the bid boards also, and, you know, they do the legwork of finding the freight, and we haul it, obviously. So that's the main way to do it. You know, if you don't have your own van, you can also work for a fleet owner who has their van leased on with the carrier. But yeah, leasing on with the carrier seems to be the main way to do it. Another way to do it, there's not as many doing it, but is getting your own operating authority. You get your own operating authority, and then you can also eventually get on to all, you know, bid boards. Some have different, you know, restrictions and things that you have to abide by to get on with them. And I'm not going to get too much into the whole operating authority and getting on the load boards and all this other shit right now. This is just kind of trying to keep it basic as far as addressing the question, how do we find freight? So You can get on the bid boards once you have your own authority. You can also start to solicit customers by just going door to door. I'm not familiar with that side of it. I can only tell you from what I've heard via one guy that I trust his advice and what he tells me is John Partlow. Call him Buckeye. He's owns Buckeye Express. But hold on, battery getting low, so better hurry this up. But anyhow, he advises that, you know, basically you just start knocking on doors, telling them this is the equipment you have. You know, can we work together? Basically, like, this is the equipment that I have. You know, I would like to be able to see if we can make this arrangement to where we're working together. And now I'm getting distracted by my battery being low. Anyhow, yeah, you want to do that. Just knock on doors, see if anybody's interested in using the equipment you have to offer. If so, you know, they'll work it. You know, they'll arrange it to do business with you. Obviously, before you do any of that, and again, I'm not getting all into that part of it right now, but there's a lot more to that as well. You're not going to just go in there like, hey, I got a van, can I haul some freight? You need to know what you're going to charge, what you're worth, all that shit. It's still the same thing like we've preached before. Know your worth, know your value, know what you're going in with. So I would just wanted to make that. I'm not saying it's as easy as go get your operating authority and people are going to start using, because it's not that simple. So don't think that's that simple. As I said, I'm just keeping this basic question pretty simple. I'll get more into some of the ins and outs of that stuff as far as your operating authority, what it takes to get on load boards, a little more in depth on getting customers, knowing how to try to help with how to bid, going into trying to solicit customers, where to be, what you're looking at, things of that nature. And I'm still learning all those things too. I don't know. Don't get me wrong. I'm not the know-all in all this shit. So I'm only giving what I do know. And if it's useful, great. If not, we're watching the videos. So, all right, man. I'm gonna get out of here because this damn battery is dying. So, until the next one, man. You guys be safe out there, and thanks for checking me out.